Hey, good morning, guys. So it is officially Saturday. I did not record Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Wednesday night, mid service, I kind of was feeling a little bad, like not just tired, but like a unusual, like I'm not feeling okay tired, and it was getting to me. It was getting really bad. Uh, So when I got home, I tried to eat something and I almost finished my food and then I went to sleep. And that was like around 9 o'clock. No, that was around almost 9:30, 10. Um, I woke up Thursday with the flu. Well, with the really high fever, and I felt really bad. Like I was getting chills. I was having body aches. It was just really bad. The After work, I just I tried to, but it was very difficult. I had to watch the kids, of course, because my wife went to go do was doing a yard sale at my mom's house. So I had to go and, I had to stay up. But it was very difficult, so I was taking little short, like 20, 30 minute naps until the kids needed something, so I'd wake myself up, and then go back to sleep, wake myself up, go back to sleep. That was like a consistent thing all night until like 9 o'clock. So I wasn't able to get much rest, and then yesterday I woke up and I was like, I can't do this no more. Like, I was gonna call into work for the full day. I was like, okay, let me just take some painkillers, and it made me till about 12 o'clock. From 12 o'clock, I ate lunch. I didn't eat no breakfast, no nothing. I ate lunch, took some painkillers, laid down, and sweated out. Like, I put the heater on too, and I was sweating. Like, I covered myself up even with the jacket and two blankets. Um, it helped out so much. I was like asleep for 3 hours almost. Um, After I was done with that, I just went to go take a shower and felt super good. Like everything felt like it went away. Right now, I feel a little sore, but that's because I went to sleep late. But I mean, that's normal stuff. So today's just gonna be a Saturday vlog. Um, I wanted to vlog yesterday, but I just was helping around the house as much as I could because they were getting ready for the yard sale yesterday. So of course, I was just cleaning up and just taking care of the house while they were gone until they got back, which was a time that I got what the normal time that I would have got to work, like around 5. And then we ate some food. I finally got my appetite back, and I started eating and eating like crazy. So I felt a little bit better to get back to normal. But just being sick, I hate getting sick so much. I used to get sick all the time. Like when I was younger, I used to get sick all the time, and then I would get better faster because I knew how to get better. So for me, if it was ever the flu or if I had a fever, I just knew, okay, I gotta go to sleep, double layer myself, take some Tylenol, ibuprofen, whatever, Advil, and just cover myself up and go to sleep. Resting would help me. And my wife always lets me. She um, lets me because she knows that I work a lot. So of course I need to feel better so I can work. And she says this is the only thing that helps you, so just go to sleep. So because no one was home, it was just me. It was easier for me to just knock out and just go to sleep. Um, Made me feel so good. And I'm glad they have that support to help me if I ever get sick. But it was just it was just a rough week, the rough way to end the week. But we're at Saturday now, going to practice. Oh gosh, it feels like forever since we had a practice on Saturday. We've been doing practices on Sundays because of the plate sale, the women's and the men's and the young adults group, and bless you, that's my brother. Yeah, he came this week too. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't too bad, but it just felt like every day was taking so long, and Sundays were. I felt like Sundays were getting better to go service and go practice, but I'm here picking up my cousins right now, so I will vlog after I drop them off again, and I'll be talking to you guys in just a little bit. Hey, what is up, guys? So just got out of practice, and my cough is still bothering me enough to where I don't sing at all. If I try to hit any high notes, it just messes me up completely. And I started getting a little sore. So when I got to the house, I put some took some painkillers for the day. Um, right now, I'm gonna go get the kids and go back home. I'm gonna take a pic of my dog real quick. But during practice, after practice, we were all just sitting and talking because we had to talk about the color that we're gonna be wearing for the next day. And it was just for me. I feel like it's optional to wear whatever color, but they said that they want us to be more in sync as the worship team, and I understand that. I'm not gonna say anything about it. That's what the rules are, but it's just how I feel. Maybe it's just what I'm going feeling or whatever. But I thought that I match with my family, but sometimes that's difficult because what I want to wear is not what everyone else chooses. So I have sometimes just worn whatever color I want to wear, but that's just me, and that's because I have a lot of clothes, and I don't get to wear them all the time because they always pick neutral colors. They finally took my suggestion to wear like blue or for next weekend for this week it's gonna be black. Next one's gonna be pink, then navy blue, and then brown. I picked the brown, 4 weeks out, and they were just like, well, we just don't have that color. And I said, well, this gives you a month to get that color. So just like me, I don't have pink anymore because I outgrew them. Um, like they're way too small for me to wear them anymore. So I decided, I'm not gonna wear them anymore. But then they decided, oh, let's wear pink again next week. So now I have to find a pink. But I might just wear something that has a little bit of pink on it. Now, I have shirts that have small prints on them, and those are fine with me. Uh, so I mean, it's not a big deal, but that's just how I feel. I mean, it could be something completely different or whatever, but it's whatever at the moment. I'm more concerned about my congestion because it is just getting me. Excuse me. It is just hitting me left and right. So it'll pass. I mean, that's what happens anyway. It's a part of being a person. We just get sick here and there. So I'm happy that my boss is very understanding. The entire time she was telling me, I told her that I was going to leave early because I wasn't feeling too good, and um, I noticed that we were low on the amount of people that we had in the team for the day that it was. So I mean, of course, I want to be a team player too because they're so nice. It's just nice to help everyone out. But I told her that, and uh, she says, "Okay, but remember, it's your choice. You can leave right now. Or you can leave later, or you can just like completely clock out right now and not even say anything." And I was like, "Okay, okay." So of course, I stayed till noon. I felt okay to stay till noon, and not just like I just did it because I felt forced to. Like I wanted to. So it wasn't like a big deal, but my boss has always been super understanding, and I felt like I missed doing the vlog so much that it was just like, oh gosh, I haven't done it in a while. So I want to do it again. Um, and it's only been a few days, not like it's been a month. Like some people who, they've been doing it for a long time and then they take some time off. I can get it. It gets to you. It gets stressful. Sometimes you don't know what you want to talk about, but sometimes then you start talking and all of a sudden you're like 30 minutes into a video. But I never saw the fact of me doing a family video. I would love to, but my wife doesn't like that or doesn't want to do that. But she is starting to do nails. She's finishing up her school this year for a cosmetology degree, where she'll specialize in nails and hair. And she's also getting her, I think, associates in business management. So I think that's really good. In general, I mean, going to school is really good. If you can go to school and you can make it the whole way, perfect. If you go and you don't make it, perfect. If you didn't go at all, perfect. I mean, everyone has their own preference, but it doesn't hurt to try. The longest time she kept telling herself that she couldn't do it or it was just too much work or whatever, and we're the type of people that'll wait and we'll wait and we'll wait and we'll wait, and we felt like right now was a good time, but at the same time Alexander's growing up. He doesn't see her all the time, so he misses her every second of the day. So my son, she is just like, she's adamant about seeing him all the time, and that's okay because she doesn't because of school. But as like I told her, it's a sacrifice that you do, just like me working when I was in construction. It's a sacrifice you do for a little bit so that way you can get the full payout at the end. And I'm grateful now that I consider more family first than work first, because if I was feeling the way that I was feeling, and I, of course, the way that I am now, I wouldn't have went to work at all if it wasn't in the house. But because she didn't go to school Friday, she took him with her, and it was just me and my brother at the house because he stayed the night, of course. So it wasn't like a huge like, oh, I gotta make sure I stay up because Alexander, I gotta make sure I do this to do that. No, she said I'll take him so when you get out you can rest, and I've always admired her because of that. So it's not a big deal either. It helps me out a lot. Um, I'm going to my mom's house because that's where they're having the yard sale at, and it reminds me of like when I used to be over here because the church used to be over here too. It was actually next door to my mom's house. She didn't know that there were pastors for the longest time. I didn't know either. When my stepdad got out of prison, he was visited by them and said, when I get out, I'm gonna go to your church. And of course, that's how it all started. And he was literally the first member that went to their church, and he's been with them ever since. So it's been over 11, 12 years, and been growing since. So coming back over here, we were over here for the longest time. It's only 2 months in to the new building, and we're absolutely loving it. But it just feels so weird sometimes not getting up extra early to come all the way over here. But I think I'm gonna do one more clip tonight to finish up the day. Sometimes I feel like I got more stuff to get off my chest, but it's been good so far. It hasn't been too difficult. Uh, my wife told me that there's this house that's I literally just passed it that had put up a cross in their house like many years ago, like a long time ago. I think I was still in high school, and I didn't pay too much attention to it. But they are pastors. Apparently, they went down there to the yard sale and they invited us, everyone that was at the yard sale, to an event that their church is having. And I was like, wow, what a small world. You never know who you're gonna meet. And we'll be definitely going out there, and well, hopefully, if it's just like a small event, that's fine. But our pastors always said about like not be considerate about who is inviting you to their church, because they had came from a church where people would invite their worship team to fill in for their church at their times, and eventually they left their church. So it was kind of like a bait and switch. Like they would try to reel you in by offering you more pay at certain places for certain things. Because some churches give you pay for the people who play, and for the cheap for the people who play on the worship team there. So I was like, oh, okay. Like I didn't know this was the kind of thing that happens, but they were talking about it, and he says always be wary. We always think the good of people, of course, but you know, look at the full intent of everything and start being aware of how people can and might be. And not everyone's like that, but just be aware of it. And he's always told us it's your decision at the end of the day, but just be worried for things like that. And I was like, okay, that makes more sense, just going over it. But I'm gonna let you guys go for now, and I'm gonna come back on here for a little bit later in the day. Alright, guys. So I set up the tripod because I had to put the stuff inside. The yard sale apparently went really good. Well, I don't know if it was like super super good, but they. So my mom told me that she made a good amount. My wife said she made okay amount. I was like, any money is any money, regardless if it's you outside all day in the heat. I mean, hopefully you made something rather than just being out there for no reason. So I'm trying to just fit this stuff in here for now, so it's not just left out here. This is gonna be the last clip for tonight. I went to the park. Well, I took the kids to the park for a little bit. Came home, um, and she was doing. My wife was doing nails for a client, and now it's already gonna be like 9 o'clock, so she's almost done. But we went to the park like around 5. We were out till like 6:30. It's like a good hour and a half. Then I had the kids in the room, fell asleep, and took a low small nap. Better than nothing because my eyes were burning. I'm assuming my body wanted me to go to sleep for a little bit. And that's about it. Honestly, talking to my mother-in-law about how she feels. Still praying about her leg because we don't know if we're gonna get good news or bad news about it. But ever since she heard it, she thinks there's something that's more wrong with it. So she went to the doctor. We're gonna wait for those results. But we'll be praying. Um, it's been an annoying week because I hate being sick. I feel like I'm not myself when I'm sick, but I still got to do other stuff. Take care of the kids and stuff like that. But yeah, this is gonna be the last clip for tonight. I'm gonna go get the kids some. Well, my wife said she's paying for Whataburger because the one that was near my house was closed down for renovations. So they just opened it last week or the week before that, week before last, and they. I told her I really wanted some, and she said, "Okay, we'll go get some in a little bit. I'm gonna get some in the weekend." I think next weekend we're gonna do a little cookout with my friend, high school friend. Don't talk to him as much, but I know he loves to cook. So last time we hung out, I think we went to eat some Vietnamese pho, whatever it's called. But I really wanna eat some food out. So he's gonna make some tortas de asada. I know he cooks really good, so he's really good at that. But yeah, that's what I was going to talk to you a little bit about. It's been a long day, but there was this there's this song that I found the other day. It really touched my heart. Like it was just one of those songs. I guess it was just because I was in the moment too. But it's called "Love Note" by Upper Room, and oh my goodness, when you finally understand the meaning of the song, you you get it, and oh my goodness, it got me. It hit me today while I was driving because I was like, oh my goodness, I understand it now, and I just started breaking down, and I just started praying some more, and I was like, gosh, that is crazy. I was not expecting that. And just wanted to talk about that for a little bit. I've been practicing one of the songs for church tomorrow, and it's one of the chords is difficult, but my fingers are where they're supposed to be, so I'm not gonna overthink it. Just gonna pray about it and just go for it. If I don't get it, I won't play that song, of course, because it's not fair that play the song like I can't do. But I can't even sing that well because my voice, I like literally cough every other second when I'm talking, when I'm trying to sing. So we're just gonna leave that as is, and then we're gonna call it a night. You guys have a good night. God bless you guys, and we'll see you on Monday.